Hello, I'm TOEFL Guy, but you can all call me Guy. This is the first episode of my favorite block, the speaking block. We're going to look at some general information about the TOEFL oral test, but we'll focus on the first section. You will see the organization of the test as a whole, and we will show you the question types they use in the test. We will explore the first section in more detail and give examples so you know how to answer the questions. Then we'll talk about strategies to get the best score in the first section of the TOEFL speaking test. If you already have the book, on pages 82 to 86 you will find more detailed information, general tips for taking the oral exam, and specific tips to answer the type of question that is used in the first section. Haven't got the book yet? Get it on Amazon. Check out the link in the description of this video. Ready? Let's go!
So, what to do to get the best score in the TOEFL oral test? The first step is to know the exam well, but we already know that. It may even seem tiring to keep repeating this, but it's not without reason. It's for no one to forget and realize that this is really necessary. One important thing to remember here, just to show how serious this business of knowing the exam really is that speaking English well is no guarantee of a good result. If it was, native speakers would have excellent results, but they don't. The average native score is 91, which means around 70%. If speaking good English is not enough, what do we do? You need to know what tasks you will have to complete and what to do to prepare well. That's exactly why we made this block. To begin with, let's look at how the test is constructed. The TOEFL exam is different from other proficiency exams, particularly in the speaking and writing tests, because these tests have what they call integrated tasks that combine listening and reading with the skill that the test measures, speaking or writing. It's like this. On the oral test, you'll have to listen to recordings and read texts to extract information you'll need to record your spoken responses. The purpose of the test is to test your spoken English. That is why you record your speech, but your answers depend on the material you read and listen to. So, in the end, it ends up testing reading and listening as well, because if you don't understand the material, you won't be able to give good answers. We also need to know what kind of subject we are going to find in the recordings, so that we can prepare ourselves, develop the vocabulary and grammar that we will need to understand the recordings and build the answers. This will also help you choose exercises and practice for taking the exam. So let's see the format of the test. This is important because knowing the steps we will have to take helps to reduce anxiety and directs our preparation to what is most important.
So, how is this test? What do we need to know about it? The TOEFL oral test is very quick and usually takes around 17 minutes. The test has 4 different sections. The first is what they call an independent task. In this section, we need to record a speech to express our personal experience, opinions, or preferences. They ask a question and we record our answer. The other sections are called integrated tasks because in addition to speaking the answers, we also need to read texts and listen to recordings. In the second and third sections, we have to read a text and listen to a recording with the information that we will use to answer the question that will be asked. In the fourth and last section, we just listen to a recording and answer the question. There is no text to read. And how are the questions? The TOEFL oral test has 4 question formats: paired choice, fit and explain, general specific, and summary. In the first section we will see the independent speaking task, which ETS calls paired choice. It has this name because, generally, this question presents 2 alternatives and we need to choose one to justify. There can be 2 possible actions for you to choose which one you think is better, 2 different situations for you to choose which one you prefer, or 2 opposing positions for you to choose one to support. Topics are general subjects related to studies or modern everyday life. You will need to choose a position and offer arguments to justify your choice. What happens is the following. The question appears on your screen, and the narrator reads it aloud. After reading the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to record your answer. You will see a counter below the question that says Preparation Time, 15 seconds, which starts a countdown from the 15 seconds of preparation. When the time is up, you hear an alarm, the counter changes to response time, 45 seconds, and the 45-second countdown begins for you to record your answer. Want to see an example of a paired choice question? Have a look. People have different preferences when it comes to studying for an exam. Do you prefer to study in a group or to study alone to prepare for exams? Give details and examples.
It doesn't matter which alternative you choose. What they want is to see if you understand the question and if you can justify your choice. To do this, you will need to provide details and examples. It is important to do everything the question asks. Want to try it? Let's go. If we choose to study in a group, think about the advantages of studying for the exam in a group and choose any one. Like, you will have organization. Now think of examples that show how important it is to be organized. How about you practice with this example? Let's do like this. You answer this question by saying that you prefer to study in a group. Don't worry about preparation time, but record a 45-second answer in the language of your choice. In the next episode, we will take a look at my answer as an example and discuss what to do to prepare ourselves to answer these questions in English.
Hi there. I'm not TOEFL guy. I'm Euclid. As this was the first episode of the speaking block, and Guy is the team's expert in spoken English, they thought it was best to have another teacher close the block, so it was left to me. So, what was important about this first episode of the speaking? We saw some general information, remember? That talk about speaking well is not enough, etc. Then some details, like independent and integrated tasks, the test screen thing, and the question types. Then the general format of the test. Then explanations about the first section. Then we saw strategies to use in the first section, and how to prepare for the test. Saba pointed out that one of the key elements in this oral test is pronunciation, and that you work on this in the general block. Check out pages 103 to 106 of the book for a general explanation of this pronunciation thing. So, I think that's it. Don't miss the next episode of the Speaking Block to learn more about this first section of the oral test and see more details on the other question types as well. Oh, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, take this chance to do so now.